Hello everybody and welcome into episode 19 of Hockey Talk in the Desert Southwest. I'm your host, Scott the Ice Devil Strandy. We're here tonight shooting live from our in-house studio and have a great show for you tonight. We've got some great guests. We're going to be talking a little bit about Desert Youth Hockey Association's annual puck drop with the treasurer of that association, Mr. James Wendland. We're also going to be visiting with the Arizona State Women's Hockey program, touching base a little bit with Lindsay Ellis as they got on the ice for the first time, the head coach of the program. We're also going to visit with a couple of the players. One of them, a mainstay in the program, Brooke Kelsel from Gilbert, Arizona. And we're going to visit with one of the newcomers, Audrey Bestkid from Hershey, Pennsylvania, who made her way all the way out to Arizona to play hockey for the Lady Sun Devils. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Mr. James Wendland.
The Ice Den Scottsdale has always been the coolest place in the desert. Now with the addition of the Ice Den Chandler, our 2 locations hosting 5 sheets of ice make the Ice Den your home for youth, travel, and adult hockey leagues. Our nationally recognized Learn to Skate programs offer world-class instruction for skaters of all ages. Our pro shop features equipment and apparel with the top hockey and figure skating brands. 18 Degrees Express with the Chili Bean Cafe make the Ice Den the perfect place to host your next birthday party or special event. Visit us online at coyotesice.com.
All right, August 21st, we're right here at the Oceanside Arena. We're talking DYHA, Desert Youth Hockey Association, with the treasurer of the association, James Wendland. James, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming today.
Tell me a little bit about this day. It's different than others, right? Yeah. Tell us why.
Yeah, well, this is really our official kickoff to the season. It's also our annual members meeting where we vote on bylaws and whatnot. It's really one of the handful of times of the year we have all of the kids and parents together in the same spot at the same time. So this is really, all the kids get their jerseys and all their equipment, so it's exciting for them, it's fun for us. We do a little cookout and really kind of start to, kick the familyness together of DYHA off.
The beauty of hockey is just that, right? It's an experience for the entire family, right?
Absolutely.
You talk about the travel, you talk about the camaraderie, the practice time. Yep. So tell me a little bit about your programs here and how many teams you got this year and about that new in-house program you have.
Yeah, it's really exciting. We just launched our house program, obviously being a 1 sheet of ice facility. Ice time is at a premium, but this year the way the schedule worked, we were able to work in a house league, which really kind of bridges the gap between a lot of what the Coyotes are doing with the little Howlers and our Little Devil program, ADM, American Development Model programs. It kind of bridged the gap to our travel program. So right now we've got 176 children signed up, forming 11 teams, and that doesn't include the house program yet. Right. So we're kind of waiting to see what those numbers look like. But we pack a lot into this 1 sheet of ice.
And you guys share this site with not only the Arizona State Sun Devils men NCAA program, you got the women, you got the ACHA D1 and D2 teams.
Yeah.
How do you find ice time?
Logistics. Our rink manager, Adam Mims, does a fantastic job with scheduling.
Right.
And hopefully, now you knock on wood, but when ASU expands their program and builds their own facility, when they move out of here, that'll free up some more ice time, as well as maybe give us access to a second sheet to expand our program even further.
One thing that's nice about Oceanside, and I say this all year long when I'm here covering games, is that this is the coldest ice rink in the desert Southwest by far. Yeah. So they do an excellent job of keeping good ice, don't they? Yeah, they do a great job. And just recently we did a pretty big overhaul over the summer, about 2 weeks of downtime where we replaced a lot of kind of the inner plumbing, the inner workings of the facility. And we're actually allowed us to keep the ice about 6 degrees cooler than we had in previous summers. So we kept it nice and hard all summer, and in my opinion, I think we've got the best ice in the valley. Right, I agree. So tell me a little bit about some of the other people involved with your director and the rest of the board. Let's get some shout outs to some people that are doing some hard work behind the scenes.
Yeah, absolutely. Sean White, he was our longtime kind of hockey in chief director. Coach, director of DYHA, stepped down last year to pursue a full-time job with the NHL in player development. So he's covering the West Coast of really kind of the ADM programs and schools and whatnot. We brought in a good friend of his who was general manager and coach for the Roadrunners back in the day. And he was a natural fit, kind of been out of hockey for a while, wanted to get back in, had a good relationship with Sean, and he knew we had a lot of standing relationships with some of the board members.
Okay.
And he's really slid right in seamlessly, and things have we haven't really missed a beat.
Let's talk about your board. Those are the guys that do all the hard work. So
Yeah, right.
tell us who they are and what their positions are.
Yeah. So our president, Charles Missio, who's actually serving, his children are no longer in the travel program.
Okay.
So he wants to kind of see this thing through, what would have been his last couple of years. Sherry Koschel, who is the vice president, she's really the backbone of the organization.
You see Sherry all over the place.
She does. I was here playing hockey at 10 p.m. on Friday night, and she was here moving stuff around, getting it ready for today. So really, she does all of the heavy lifting.
Right.
Myself, I'm as the treasurer, kind of manage the books, and then we've got our secretary. We've rounds out the board with about 6 or 7 other individuals. Mike Goldberg, who was an MMA announcer, and so he brings a lot to the table as far as resources and exposure for the rink. But overall, we've got a really good board. We work very cohesively together. Meet once a month, cover very high-level items, and we delegate down to our staff to really execute on those. And we've got the best staff, in my opinion, in the Valley in hockey operations.
Tell me a little bit about some of the things that are going on this particular season, tournament-wise, big events. What do you got going on that you want to highlight?
Yeah, well, our Mite Jamboree, we do it every October, which is kind of our Halloween theme jamboree, where we have pretty much every organization in the Valley come in and play a series of games. We've got a few tournaments in Colorado, Wyoming, North Dakota. There's a whole, with 11 teams, there's a lot to keep up with.
Right.
But our team's going to be traveling about once a month or so.
Okay.
And then obviously the teams around the Valley and some of the regional, Las Vegas, Southern California, even some of the teams in Texas play on a somewhat regular basis. So it's a jam-packed season. Like 60 some odd games for the upper division. I mean, they're darn near NHL schedules these days.
So tell me a little bit about what you've seen in the growth over, say, the last 5-6 years.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot, haven't you?
Oh, it's been tremendous. And I don't think the Coyotes really get enough credit for all that they do.
Right.
They really pour a lot of time, effort, and resources into growing hockey valley-wide, and we're a major benefactor of that.
Right.
Also, you're seeing, ironically enough, being in the desert, right? You can be on a 110-degree soccer field watching your kid play around it, or you can be in a 55-degree rink.
Right.
And I think people are slowly catching on to that idea that hockey in the desert actually is a really, really neat thing to do.
Exactly.
And obviously with the family and camaraderie, the more people that find out about it, the word of mouth spreads. You're just seeing programs across the state grow by leaps and bounds. It's really pretty amazing to watch.
You know, I was up in Vegas last week, and they kind of envy your program at the youth level. They're trying to figure out what they can do to grow it at the youth level. They have now their NHL team.
Yeah, that's
they have UNLV going, next level. But what's the secret to growing a program in the desert?
Yeah, well, it's a lot of hard work. There's no shortcuts. Sometimes you have to get out and beat the streets.
Write that one down. Hard work.
But really, I think having the NHL franchise with what the Coyotes did with the Little Devils or Little Howlers program, excuse me, providing free bags of equipment to kids, no cost introduction to hockey, eliminating that kind of initial barrier that really I think keeps most people from trying it, stepping onto the ice.
Right.
So assuming you can get a kid geared up and get them on the ice a handful of times, and you can you can see pretty quickly and determine if the child likes it and wants to be out there. So those programs really, really help. Obviously, having a house program is essential because those are the feeder into the travel programs where you get the kind of the next level players. So I think in Vegas, getting the Knights and getting UNLV growing, that program's going. They're going to see that growth like we have here.
So I look on your wall over there and I see the part of the PAC banner, which is the Coyotes have done a good job of promoting that too, making basically very cohesive in the state of Arizona, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They've done a lot. Part of the PAC is a program where there's kind of some cross marketing. They provide our teams with they give us suites every year to either raffle off or have team parties with. We have an organization night at the Coyotes.
Good.
The Coyotes have been a world-class partner. And we appreciate everything they've done, not just for our organization, but statewide.
Well, James, I appreciate your time. We'll be out here all the time.
Yeah, thank you,
I pretty much live here most of the time.
Right,
so.
Good, glad I do too, right? Pay rent, might as well, right?
So we'll have a chance to let you get back to all the things you got to do tonight. I know there's a lot of activities still going on, and we thank you for the few minutes.
Yep, appreciate it. Thanks for coming, Scott.
Crime can happen to anyone at any time. Be a role model for the next generation. Become empowered. This is true life insurance.
All right, if it's late August, it must be hockey time, and we're here at the Arizona State women's tryouts, official tryouts, but by the numbers, you're going to need everybody, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And we got second-year player Brooke Kelsel from Gilbert, Arizona, correct?
Yes, of course.
Brooke, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about what it was like getting on the ice. I know you told me off camera it's a little bit of a workout, but how was the first practice?
I mean, it's good. We got a lot of players out there, so, I mean, I like the skill level we got this year and more bodies, so it's going to be better on the ice for us. So.
And that's really the key, isn't it? I mean, you got to have enough depth on your team to be able to be on the ice and perform at your highest level.
Yeah.
Tell me what it was like last year without those bodies.
I mean, it was tough. They were running 3D, and the girls were just gassed. So, I mean, I can't even. It was hard to explain. Just watching and playing, you know.
So this year you got more numbers. You
Yeah.
obviously got more games. You got more home games. So
Yeah.
things crank up for you here in just over a month. So tell me a little bit about what the process is between now and that first game.
From what I heard, coach is probably going to work us until we're, dying. But it's all worth it in the end. I'm really excited to play, especially with the GCU team coming out.
Right.
2 girls teams, college. I'm excited.
So tell me about college. What's it like getting back into classes, and what are you studying?
I am an education major.
Oh, very
so
nice.
I like it. I like kids. And college, I mean, it's simple. You just go to class, do your everyday thing.
So tell me about these 7 o'clock. You're an old pro now at these 7 o'clock practices, but tell me what it's like. Is it difficult to get up and get on the ice at 7?
Actually, this morning I woke up and I was like, why is my alarm going off? And then I was like, crap, it's hockey season. But yeah.
So what's it like when you got to get on the ice? Can you get the blood flowing and get moving and things right away, or does it take a little while to get amped up at that time of day?
It depends, like, especially off season. So right now it's kind of hard to get really amped up. But after like the first games and stuff, you just come back out and you're just like, okay, let's get this rolling, and you're pretty ready to go.
And you guys kind of have a disadvantage in the fact that you not only practice very early in the morning,
Yeah.
but you start looking at your game times, and some of
I
those games are
know.
late nights. So,
They're at like 10 o'clock.
so how do you adjust to that?
Well, last season we only had a couple games that were super late, so I think it's going to be kind of tough. But
Right.
especially because they'll run till like midnight, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
Well, I watched the tournament here, and you guys are playing in that, and you guys battled
Yeah.
some really late night,
It was
late night and
hard.
early morning schedules.
Yeah.
Well, Brooke, well, thanks for coming on the show. And
Yeah,
we'll
thank
follow you
you.
along the rest of the season. Good luck. Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, I said it before, but if it's August, it must be hockey time, and we've got one of the newest Sun Devils with us today, Aubrey Beskid from Hershey, Pennsylvania.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about what brought you to Arizona State.
So I came to Arizona State because I was looking for something new, and they have a great business program, which is what I'm studying, is business, and also it's a chance to play a high level of hockey, which I've always wanted to do. And it's warm here, so that's a plus, because back home in Hershey gets a little cold in the winters.
That's always a selling point for Arizona State is the weather, right?
Definitely. Very
so how
much
long
so.
have you been out here in Arizona?
I've been out here for about a week or so now,
Okay.
and it's been great. I've visited twice over the past year, so
Okay.
I've got a little bit of a feel for it.
So you've had a chance to start taking some classes. How are things going
I have.
in the classroom?
They're going good.
Okay.
I still have a few more to see what they're like, but it should be fun.
Okay. And now you had a chance to be on the ice with your new teammates. So tell me what the first impression was.
It was fun. It was very fast-paced compared to some other things I've done, and it was something I've definitely been looking for, and it's a great environment. I'm looking forward to be a part of it.
So last year, I don't know how much you followed the team last year, but last year they struggled with numbers. They didn't just have enough girls to keep rolling. So this year they got a little more depth, give you a
sure.
chance to get out there and show what you have with 100% effort all the time. But tell us a little bit about your game.
My game. So I don't consider myself like a huge player. Like, I like passing and I like scoring, the obvious things. I play
Right.
center,
Okay.
and I I consider myself kind of like a little bit of a gritty player, but also a playmaker.
So just being new to the program, have you figured out that Casey McGinley can shoot the puck yet from the point?
I have heard that, and I've seen that.
So how do you feel about getting in front on the power play? You feel like you're ready to take that shot and try to deflect it?
Maybe.
Tell us a little bit also about the strengths of this team this year. Where do you think you guys are going to be the strongest?
I think that we'll have good depth, and I think everyone will be giving 100%, and everyone seems very dedicated to the team, which will be very helpful in success throughout the year.
Tell us about your high school career back in Hershey. What was the season like for you last year?
I've been playing hockey since I was about 10, and we actually don't have high school hockey back home, but
Okay.
I play for the Hershey Junior Bears, which is a club travel team. We played multiple games this season. We did okay, but it's definitely, we've had good seasons, bad seasons, you know.
So what would you say the competition was like out there compared to what you're stepping into now?
I think it's pretty similar. I think this is just a little bit faster pace, which
Okay.
is something definitely to
So
be
have
expected.
they told you about the new rivalry that's building across town with Grand Canyon yet?
I have heard about this. Yeah,
So you get the battle for Phoenix, we'll be calling it, I'm guessing, by the time
I
things
guess
get rolling.
so.
So one final question for you. What do you have to do to get ready for the first game, which is like less than about a month away, I
It's
guess,
a month
right
from
now?
today, yeah. Definitely just have to work hard, put in all I can, show the coach what I can do, and be ready to play.
Aubrey, I appreciate your time and good luck this season, okay?
Thank you.
In today's odor elimination, sanitizing, and deodorizing market, air spaces and fabrics are treated with very aggressive, highly toxic, and often very dangerous but cheap chemical-based solutions. These chemicals have harmful residues and pollutants that can impact your health and the well-being of those around you. This is the bad news. The good news is there's something better. That something is OxyPal. OxyPal is a fast-growing company based in Phoenix, Arizona, with franchises opening across North America. OxyPal has developed a way to eliminate, not mask or disguise, all organic-based odors in any airspace or on any fabric surface with ozone, also called trioxygen. Ozone is present in the atmosphere, and it is what protects our planet, our environment, and every living thing on Earth. Through years of research and development, OxyPal has perfected a way to harness and apply this powerful solution to purify airspaces and fabric surfaces safely and effectively, eliminating all organic bacteria, viruses, mold, fungi, and allergens on the molecular level. OxyPal has designed and perfected many next-generation and evolutionary alternative products and services safe for people, pets, and our planet. The solutions offered by OxyPal are stronger, safer, non-toxic, and a great value. Visit our website and online store today at www.oxypal.com. On our website, you can make a service appointment, buy products, or learn more about us and our great franchising opportunities.
All right, as I said, it's August, which means hockey season is right around the corner. We're here with the head coach of the Arizona State women's hockey team, Lindsay Ellis. Lindsay, welcome back to our show.
Thank you.
Nice to be out on the ice again, isn't it?
It is. It was a long off season, so happy to be back.
You were telling me off camera that if I were to look in your living room right now, it's covered with what?
Gear. So I got loads of ASU women's hockey gear everywhere in my house right now.
So what's that like at the start of the season? It's like not only getting to know everybody, getting them on the ice, but organizing equipment, all that good stuff. So what's your days like?
Hectic. That's the only word to describe it. I mean, we're doing game contracts right now with all the teams coming into Arizona, which is a lot this year. We have to do all the gear sizing for all the new girls. We have to do beginning of the year meetings, expectations, all those exciting things for the beginning of the season. So it's hectic.
So you're doing all that, but the girls are now coordinating classes and they're coordinating ice time. And I was asking them all what it's like to be on the ice at 7 o'clock, and is the blood flowing yet? So what did you see this morning?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long off season, so I think everybody's excited to get back on the ice, and the girls were ready to be out there. You can tell that they're ready to be back on the ice and play. I mean, our game is exactly a month from today, so
Right.
We're all really excited for the season.
So you get them on the ice, and I bet the first thing you noticed was, hey, I have more than I had last year.
Yes, definitely. Having a short bench is still going to be a little bit of a difficulty this year, but definitely not as much as last year. So that's another thing we're excited about going into the season.
When I visited with Jordan a few minutes after she got off the ice, the first comment to me was that she had more and better shots. Is that what you saw too as a coach?
Yes, adding depth to our team this year has been huge, and definitely moving into the future. We actually had a girl out there today that is coming in next fall. So, the depth that we're adding to our program is huge for our development.
You know, you and I talked last year about this same time, and the expectations were like, well, I don't know what we're going to have. I don't know what the season's going to be like. But all of a sudden now it's flipped in a year. It's like you're a seasoned pro and a team, right?
Yeah. Our goals this year are a lot higher than they were last year, and I think they're honestly very attainable this year. Whereas last year our goals weren't as high and weren't as attainable. So pretty much everything is new this season.
Right.
Yep.
But new in a good way, right?
Yes, new in a good way.
So tell me a little bit about some of the guys some of the ladies coming back. We got Casey back as your captain. Again, is that official?
Yes, it is. Yep,
Okay.
Yep. We're announcing our official captaincies on Thursday. The girls
Okay.
will find out tomorrow night. But there is a little bit of a change, but it is mostly the same. But Casey is still one of our captains, yeah.
And we talked about Danica coming back. Kind of a nice get for you to have her for another at least semester or so.
Yes, she has more grit than I've seen in a lot of people, so we're happy to have her.
Talk about some of the new girls coming. I had a chance to visit with Aubrey.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like she's ready to go. A big physical centerman.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she is. We're really excited to have her, especially last year having 2 lines. Being able to have 3 strong lines this year is going to help us out tremendously, especially like Aubrey, taking those face-offs and being able to win those face-offs is something that we need to add to our game. So.
And we talked about the schedule coming up. You got GCU to open up the season right here at Oceanside, right?
Yes.
September 22nd and 23rd.
Yes.
Which will be a nice challenge for you to get the things rolling, right?
It is. We're very excited for that, especially being a month away. The season starts now. So
yeah, exactly.
We're very excited for that, especially to open up against GCU. So get this rival started.
And I asked some of the girls about this, and I'll ask you too. What's it like when you have practice at 7 a.m. and then I saw your schedule and you have some games that start at 10 p.m. What's it like for the body clock?
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but we can't really help out. The guys, the NCAA guys have games, so we can't really change their schedule too much.
Right.
So, the games we do play at 10 p.m., we are playing after the NCAA guys. So, that energy in the arena before the game as they're warming up and things like that will help them, although it is at 10 p.m. So it will be a little bit difficult, but that's what pregame naps are for.
Right, exactly. We'll talk a little bit about those players too and try to promote them to those fans to hang around and watch you guys play afterwards, because I know that opening weekend for them, the 6th and 7th with UMass Amherst being in, it's going to be a good physical weekend series for them, and you guys are going to get that energy, like you say, afterwards, hopefully.
Definitely. We're playing UC Boulder, which is a huge competition team. They're always one of the best in the league, so to be able to play them right after the men, it should be a good series.
So as we go through the season, a lot more balance in the schedule with home and away, right?
Yes.
How good is that for you as a coach? You got to be loving it.
It's awesome. Last year we really didn't have a routine for home games because we really just weren't home.
Right.
So to be able to create the fan base here, create a routine here for the girls to have at home rather than on the road all the time, it'll help the girls out tremendously with not only confidence, but the way they play their game.
Push Powers tells me that about his team all the time. He said, I know the arena is not the best in the world, but our guys love it. They love that building. They love that locker room. It's their home.
Yep.
I'm guessing you guys are going to feel the same way.
Yeah, this is our home. So, we're here quite often. So, just being able to build that base here will be good.
And let's do a final recap of what's going on with the schedule. I know there's some big games coming up with Military Night and Breast Cancer Awareness Night and all that good stuff.
So
throw those out at us.
The second weekend in October is our Breast Cancer Awareness game. That will be on Saturday. We're playing against Colorado State University. If you guys didn't see playoffs last year, they're a very gritty team, and we like playing them, and that'll be a really good game. And then we play against Midland University the weekend before Thanksgiving, actually, and that will be our military awareness weekend. On Saturday, we'll be wearing our camo jerseys, so that'll be another good, fun game.
Awesome, Lindsay. I appreciate your time as always. I know you're really busy and have stuff to do, but we'll keep track of you all season long.
Thank you.
All right, we're back to wrap up episode 19 of Hockey Talk in the Desert Southwest. Another great show for you tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was an excellent opportunity to talk a little bit of youth hockey, which is exploding here in the Desert Southwest. The Desert Youth Hockey Association, along with their treasurer, Mr. James Wendland, was on with us tonight. I want to thank him for coming on board. Also want to thank the folks over at the Arizona State University women's team with the head coach Lindsay Ellis spending some time with us. Also had a chance to visit with a couple of players, the Gilbert, Arizona native Brooke Kelsel, and also Hershey, Pennsylvania native Aubrey Beskid. So we look forward to seeing a lot of the Lady Sun Devils later on this season as they kick off in about 1 month from today. Also want to thank the people over at Oceanside Hockey, Oceanside Ice Arena, I should say, for allowing us to come in and do some filming there. We look forward to a big show next week where we're going to have a trip down to the old Pueblo. We'll be down in Tucson visiting with the head coach of the University of Arizona, Mr. Chad Berman. Also going to be talking some Roadrunner hockey and, of course, our best friend down there, the sheriff, we'll call him, of the Desert Southwest, the one and only AZ Puckman, Mr. Tim Gasson. So make sure you stay tuned for that show. So for tonight, I just want to wrap things up by thanking our sponsors. Of course, we have Swag Hockey. We also have OxyPow, JPI, and a big thank you to our friends over at the Ice Den Chandler and the Ice Den Scottsdale for all they do for us as well. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and thank our executive producer, Terry Strandy, and our cameraman, Mr. Robert Schneidmiller, for all their hard work. And that is episode 19. That's a wrap.